Hello, I'm going to try this again. This is the gloss for the telling of the scroll, which is the second book of the Pergola Pump, on my novel. Something happened to the camera, I guess. I was quite complete, but it only got the last 6 seconds of it. I don't know. I hope the camera's working all right now. We'll try again. What I want to do is, because I want to get back at the telling, I need to get back to the telling. The stage is set for the events of Saturday night at the Moot Point. I find myself thinking of, in Tolkien's book, Fellowship of the Ring, the Inn at Bree was all major events were going on at the Inn of Bree. Well, I can relate to that. So I want to go through the major characters that I think of. I don't even have it scripted now. That are there ready to go. I mean, first of all, there's Omar and his wife, Indira. They own the place. They're both doctors. And Omar, they're different. Omar is all excited. He's kind of worked up because this is a big event. The scroll is going to be brought back, and he's going to see if his clientele can collectively work to solve the scroll. Now, his wife, Indira, she kind of needs to calm him down a little bit because other things are going on. Now there is Violet. Violet is there, and Edgy. Let me explain that Violet's going to go to court. She's got a court hearing on Monday with a miserable neighbor named Tatus, and a court hearing for attempted murder and an assault with a deadly weapon, and which is nonsense, utter nonsense. But anyway, she called her friend Edgy, and he's come all the way down from Beaver Plain up in near Boston to be with her for that, because they're part of the Catalay Six. Well, anyway, the two of them are there. Now they're there for two reasons. One, because Elaine, that is Violet's granddaughter who lives with her. She calls her Mandy. It's her third day of work there. She's just turned 18, and she how to say, she was assaulted the Saturday before by a guy named Bubba, Big Bubba, and he's been, the police got involved, warning him he can't come back. So anyway, they're there partly to watch out for her, because she quit, but then she accepted Omar's plea to try it again. So they're there in support for her. Now, who else is there? There is, well, they brought the scroll with them. That's the other reason. They brought the scroll because Omar was so fascinated by this that they didn't have much time Friday night when they got it out. So anyway, they're there. Who else is there? Besides Violet, there's a young couple, Rachel and Jacob, that work there as well. They came in a horse and buggy. They're horse and buggy Mennonites, and they're courting. So they're there. Their horse is named Freundin, and she's out in the wagon shed, still hitched up to the buggy. But anyway, no, I'm just telling you who these characters are. Okay, so they're there. A schoolmarm is there. That's what I started calling her, schoolmarm. Her maiden name, which she'll still have for a little while, is Gladys Diversey, and she had been their teacher, but she's retired. And she also got interested and involved in the scroll and helped a little bit, or is going to. Anyway, but she has brought with her her fiancé. Now that she's retired, she's going to marry, and her fiancé had. Let's see, did that happen Friday? No, that didn't happen Friday. But anyway, so see, the events have already started on Saturday night. His name was Austin T. Wright, and he falsely claimed to be a descendant of Austin Tappan Wright, who wrote a book, Islandia, which is another thread here. Islandia, it turns out a lot of them had read, or quite a few of them, compared to how few there are, had read it. one of whom was a real old lady who got there. Her name is Barbara Oscarson. She's in her 90s. She's in a wheelchair, wheeled around by her daughter Barbie Herrick, and has been coming as a sort of a regular customer on most every night. And anyway, she arrived, and her two grandsons have come with her. So they're there. Who else? Oh, a fairly new character named Andrew Snyder, an enormous admirer of Violet, much younger than Violet, but an enormous admirer of her. And he's come because he was influential in being able to transfer the information from the silks of the scroll onto paper. But it's not only that. He loves Violet and would do anything to make sure that she's okay. So he's there. Who else? I might be missing some major characters here. I hope not. Anyway, that's enough. Unless I suddenly think of another character or two. That's enough so that I can get started again. And the next video should be my getting back to telling the events of Saturday night at the Moot Point.